Two Sunbelt volleyball teams boast perfect conference records heading into the second half of Sunbelt play. South Alabama out of the East Division and Louisiana out of the West both sit at 6-0 in league play, riding 6- and 8-game win streaks. The Jags lead the Sunbelt in blocks per set and rank second in opponent hitting percentage. On Friday night, you can get a glimpse of the Jaguars when they face Georgia Southern in Statesboro at 5:30 Central on ESPN3. On Sunday, Appalachian State hosts preseason favorite Coastal Carolina. First serve for that match is 11:30 Central, also on ESPN3. With the Women's Soccer Championship less than a month away, only one Sunbelt team remains undefeated in conference play. We're looking at you again, South Alabama. The Jaguars enter this weekend's matches on a 5-game win streak and are 7-4 overall on the season. The Jaguars play at home against Arkansas State on Friday before heading to Conway to take on Coastal Carolina. Another women's soccer match to keep an eye on this weekend is Georgia State visiting Georgia Southern for a 12 p.m. Central matchup on Sunday that can be seen on ESPN3. Good news for Sunbelt football fans, you can sleep in on Saturday because your first game doesn't kick off until 4 p.m. Central when ULM hosts Georgia State and Idaho takes on Appalachian State. Georgia State will look to upset the Warhawks in Monroe, who are on a 3-game win streak and aiming to go 4-0 in conference play. Also at 4 Central, the Mountaineers head west to take on the Vandals. Appalachian State is coming off a huge conference win against New Mexico State, where the Mountaineer defense set a school record with 6 interceptions. App is now 2-0 in Sunbelt play and will not only look to build on the defensive performance they had against the Aggies, but also the run game as well, that saw a breakout performance from Jalen Moore.
For us, we did a good job last week of establishing the run, and I think we obviously want to establish the run again. We got to do a much better job in the pass game, and I think when we get an opportunity to throw the football, we got to be our completion percentage needs to be up. I think right now it's a little bit down, and we need to get that up. And that's just throwing control passing routes, maybe not knocking the top off, but we're in that intermediate range and in quick game. But we still want to run the football, and that's what we got to be able to do.
New Mexico State visits Georgia Southern for a 5 p.m. Central kick. The Eagles are still in search of their first win of the season, while the Aggies will look to break through and get their first conference win and 3rd win overall this year. To end the night, the Arkansas State Red Wolves are finally back home in Jonesboro, where they will take on Coastal Carolina. The Red Wolves are coming off a midweek win over Georgia Southern, and with conference play just beginning, Blake Anderson knows that not only does his team still have work to do, but that Coastal Carolina will come into the game just as hungry for a win as the Red Wolves.
This is another triple option team, so it's different. It doesn't look the same, exactly the same as what we saw, so it'll create some new problems for the defense. Offensively right now, just inconsistency for us is the biggest thing, whether it be turning a guy loose or just miscommunication or a ball not where it's supposed to be. We got to keep working to get better. As I say every week, we're still in the mode of trying to be a better football team, and I think there's still improvement to be done.
Arkansas State and Coastal Carolina starts at 6 p.m. Central. You can catch this game and all other Sunbelt football games this weekend on ESPN3.